Hello, beautiful, highly sensitive beings. How did you sleep last night? Sleep can be tricky for anyone in this overstimulated world, but this seems especially true for the highly sensitive person who is even more hypervigilant. A single buzzing mosquito can torture me for hours, or even a barking dog a couple of houses over. Let's not forget the chipper bird chirping in the yard, cars passing on the road beside your house, or your mind running awry with its vast imagination, or your to-do list for the next day, the tiny speck of light from the AC or other electronic appliance. A person rolling around next to you in bed, uncomfortable sheets or pillows, the ticking clock all the way in the bathroom, just to name a few. So how on earth do we do it? How do we achieve this amazing miracle of good quality sleep? Blocking it all out by drinking alcohol is a pretty good way to help you fall asleep. But of course, you ain't getting any quality sleep when it's alcohol induced. You just don't get enough REM sleep that way. I'll share some strategies that have helped me to improve my sleep quality after giving up alcohol. The number one effective thing for me is to listen to guided meditations or soothing sounds once I'm in bed. This knocks out my obsessive thoughts when I can't turn off my mind and slowly lulls me into la-la land. I'll put on a 20-minute guided meditation and usually be asleep halfway through. Some people even use white noise, but that's never worked for me. There are also rituals that I sometimes do before getting to bed to start winding down. And my winding down time can range from an hour to even 2 hours, depending on how much stimulation I've had that day. So keep in mind that as an HSP, you might also need a little bit more winding down time than your non-HSP peers. A simple but effective strategy for me is to drink a cup of chamomile tea about an hour before going to bed. It helps to undo all the stimulating effects of my morning coffee that might still have some residual side effects. This relaxes me and puts me in a mellow state of mind, which makes the transition into sleep much easier. Something to avoid, and I think many of us struggle with this the most, is screen time at night. While watching Netflix before going to bed is a quite effective way to turn my mind off. Instead of the 10 minutes that it takes me to doze off with a meditation track, it can take me up to 2 hours with Netflix. And my brain will be on a completely different brainwave. The quality of sleep just isn't the same. I have to be honest, I do the Netflix till I crash way more often than I'd like to admit. I do, after all, have addictive tendencies in my behavior, but I try not to beat myself up about it, and instead approach the Netflix battle with self-love and positive encouragement that I will do better next time. And what about reading a book instead of watching shows or movies? This is hit or miss for me. If the book is too interesting, it can keep me up even longer than any TV show. And it is just as stimulating and emotionally impactful. But the main issue is that most of my reading is done from a device rather than a book. And screen time before sleep is never very sleep-inducing, even when I avoid that blue light that they keep referring to. Something else to look at is whether you might need your own mattress or bedroom. Since us HSPs are hyper-vigilant, every little movement of the person next to us in bed and even their breathing can keep us up at night. Making the necessary changes in your sleep arrangements can be a lifesaver. Discuss the options with your partner if you currently share a bed and see what's possible for you at the moment. Make your sleep environment as cozy as possible. My bedroom is very dim, warm lights because bright white lights are the opposite of relaxing to me. There's a reason they call me murciélago. Even journaling about your thoughts or emotions can help to clear the clutter of your mind before sleep. But sometimes you're stuck with your circumstances. When traveling, for example, you might end up in a rowdy hotel with no escape. How will you survive? Experience has taught me to always come prepared. When my sleeping arrangements are unpredictable, I always pack with me a pair of earplugs. These can block out a lot of unwanted noises, such as loud hotel room neighbors. But sometimes, when I wear them, I can hear my own heartbeat so loud that I have to meditate my way out by focusing on my breath or some external factor. What an art, sleeping. You might also want to pack an eye mask to block out unwanted artificial lights or a sunrise that shows up just a little bit too early. Oh, and don't drink too much water before bed because your bladder will wake you up in the middle of the night and then you have to do the whole ritual all over again. A little trick that I've discovered for days when you didn't get a good night's sleep is to take frequent meditation breaks the next day. Just a couple of minutes where your mind is in total stillness. And even staring away in the distance is a way for your mind to zone out and re-energize. These are simple restorative actions that can help to prevent or minimize the lack of sleep headache or frazzled emotions that us HSPs often suffer from. And if all else fails, just try to take a nap in the middle of the day so that the second half of your day stands a better chance of a better you. Getting quality sleep is important because that's when a lot of information and emotion processing happens, as well as regeneration of your body. Basically, sleep is essential for a happy and healthy life. It took me years after quitting alcohol to figure out how to fall asleep and stay asleep, but it's worth it to make the necessary changes. And don't give up until you find what works for you. Thank you for listening and watching, and subscribe to join the tribe for more HSP insights. I hope you sleep like a dream tonight. Trumi dushi. Hello, beautiful, highly sensitive beings. Where did you sleep last night? Wrong question. When I wear them, I can hear my own loud beat. Since us HSPs are hypervigilant, discuss the options with your partner if you're Discuss the options with your partner if you currently share a bed and see what's possible for you at the moment. My bedroom has very dim, warm lights because bright lights. Okay. Better location scouting, please.